Do you know the reason why a lot of people suffer from mental disorder? Sometimes mental problem can actually be associated to the way people treat others, the way people talk down on people. I have also been a victim of people harassing me, saying all kinds of things to me because of an unfortunate event that happened to me. And these things, if the victim did not or could not handle it properly, it can actually lead to breakdown. And so today on the show, I want to talk about the topic I title, Refuse to be Mentally Raped. You have to refuse to be mentally raped. Hello there, you're welcome to my YouTube channel again. Please, if you've not yet subscribed, click on the red button below and subscribe. Like the video, make comments if there's something you want to say. You can also share this with your friends. My name is Juliet, your host, and this is Coffee Time with Juliet. We'll be right back shortly. Welcome back on the show. Oh my God, I really feel like eating out of my banana today. Today I want to talk about refuse to be mentally raped. People talk about abuse. Abuse can occur in any way. Either somebody forcefully, putting themselves on you, or in fact, abuse can occur in any way. But the kind of abuse I want to talk about today is a mental abuse. This usually happens based on what we do to people or what we say to them. I'm actually going to share a little story today. Like I've told you guys how I got expelled from school in one of my previous videos. And you see, my period of pain was a period for me to really understand some set of people in my life. Sometimes people say that you get to know those that are your friends when you are passing through challenges. It's true though, but not all. There are some friends that don't even like you, but they come to sit with you as if they are, feeling the pains that you're going through with you. It's during my own moment of pains that I get to understand that people operate in different frequencies. Yeah, people operate in different frequencies. And mental rape to me is when something decides to steal your happiness from you. It's when something has come to make you mentally unstable. And there is nobody in life that is mentally unstable that will be able to achieve anything good in this life. Now, you see people, they are being emotionally disorganized. So mental rape has to do with when one thing or someone decides to make you emotionally disorganized. Whatever affects your state of mind, to me, is mental rape. You must refuse to be mentally raped in life. You see, in my moment of pain, I had people who would call me up on the phone and say to me, "Your fine girl don't end now. See as it take end." Friends did it. I had an uncle that did the same thing to me. It got to a point in life, I could no longer tolerate it. I don't know how to overcome it. It was telling on me. There are a lot of things that I could not just do anymore. And one of those things It affected me to a point that even to wash the clothes I wear became a problem for me. I have this auntie that comes around, she will cry and cry, and she will be helping me out to do my chores. Then one day, I have to say it the way it is, people. One day, somebody called me up, and the person was asking me, because that person happens to be a very close person, and is so dear to me. And the person was asking me that particular day, what are your plans? And this person happens to be someone that he has insulted me. He has said all kinds of things to me. He has disorganized my mental, my thinking. He has disorganized my thinking. He has, in fact, I don't even know how else to explain it. And this fateful day, he called me up and said, you see, what are your plans? And I said, I would love to go back to school. And he said, why would you want to do this? Why would you want to do that? The first thing that crossed my mind was, you just called to ask me, what are your plans? And I've just named one of my plans, and he flared up. And the next thing he said to me, anyway, if you're looking for assistance, make sure you don't call me or you don't include me among the people that you will run to and ask for an assistant. I've never in my life asked this person for an assistance. And I asked him, that's the first time I would reply him, because he's far, far older than me. And I asked him, have I ever asked you for an assistant before? I said, see, I've not done it before, I will not do it again. I have never looked at you in the eyes and challenged you before. But that day I saw myself challenging him. And I said, I have never asked you for an assistant, and I will never do it. You know why? Because he that sits on the throne is still there. And the God who has brought me this far will never leave me alone. Immediately the person hung up on me. You will not believe the next thing that happened. He hung up on me, I started crying. Within me, I felt I was really rude to him. Within me, I felt I wasn't supposed to speak to him the way I just did, but you will not believe what happened immediately. That was the first time in my life I heard the voice of God. I wasn't a born-again Christian then. I've not started preaching the gospel. But that was the first time I heard the voice of God. And I heard the voice called me, Juliet. I looked, I couldn't find anybody. And he said to me, pick up your Bible and go straight to the Redeemed Christian Church of God campground. Although I worship in the Redeemed Church, but I don't go to the camp. So when that voice came, I never knew there was camping at that period, that Friday. It happened 2009 on July 1st Friday. And I went to the campground, and that was how deliverance started. Whatever that God wanted to do, he started doing it. I actually thought that because that person was like far, far older than me, I have been rude to that person. But you know what? He had been talking down on me. I was almost losing it. At times when people were talking to me then, my mom, everybody, I would just be looking at you, because I was not in myself anymore. I was not feeling myself anymore. I felt I have done the worst thing on earth. I have become the worst person. They almost wanted me to have a low self-esteem. But that day, I got to realize that at times, when something is not going your way, call off from that thing. When people are trying to trample on you, break that influence. So the only way you can get yourself right and refuse to be mentally raped is to break the influence. No matter who the person is, no matter the age of that person, if they are trying to steal your happiness from you, or they are trying to make you feel useless, or feel like you are a no good, darling, break the influence. That is the point I have come to preach. Refuse to be mentally raped. Because there is a way that this wicked kind of people have carved out things to steal people's joy from them. You know, people pretend as though they love you. When you have issues, you begin to see the other side of people, most especially family and friends. The enemy of man is in his household. And when we talk of household, we are saying nothing less than family, friends, and neighbors. They are your household. When they come around, you are having problem and somebody wants to add to that problem, refuse to be mentally raped by breaking the influence. Tell them to stop. Don't talk to me this way. Don't feel because this is what I'm going through, you want to add to it. Tell the person to stop immediately. Because whatever you are passing through, it's not the end of your life. You don't need anybody to talk you into depression. You don't need anybody to talk you into loneliness. You don't need anybody to talk you into regrets. And you don't need anyone to feel pity for you. If they cannot tell you something that will give you courage, let them take their advice somewhere else. Your peace of mind is very important. You need that peace of mind to be able to fix things together for yourself. You need that peace of mind to be able to put yourself together and continue to forge ahead in life. And so, sweetheart, refuse by all means to be mentally raped. Don't allow anything or anyone steal away your happiness from you. Because when you are happy, you will always know the next step to take in life. You will always know the next. And happiness is a must. If you must live in peace with yourself, happiness is a must. Be happy always and don't let anyone steal that happiness from you. If they try to talk you down, break out from such influences and put them in their place where they belong. Shut them off immediately and let them know that they are not the owner of your life. God is the only one that has the final say in your life. And so people, I want to thank you for joining me again today on this episode. If you have not yet subscribed, please click on the red button below and subscribe. Like the video, I'm begging you. Make comments, please, and share with your friends. I remain Juliet Amos, your humble host, and I love you guys. That is why I am doing this. And I also love my coffee. And most times it's banana and coffee. It goes together, baby. Have a fantastic weekend. Bye for now.